It was indeed a pleasant night. Nay, was in a beautiful dream. There, I get married to 4. We are living a healthy and happy life. But after the birth of the baby, we often worried about her. Because the newborn baby's condition became worse day after day. After several checkups, the doctor told me that the baby is suffering from a deadly viral disease. At last, when I looked at the baby, who is facing trouble in breathing, my eyes opened from a dream. I was still in shock. I thanked God that it was only a dream. But the question did not let me sleep. I thought about what would happen if my baby became really sick because of a threatening disease like in my dreams. I had many questions in my head. Why would a newly born baby easily get sick? What are these diseases, and how can we relieve them? Yeah, you too want to know that. My brain remains wandering with questions. That's why I devoted my life to solve the quest. I promised that I will never marry 4 before knowing everything that could save this child. Let's find out the common diseases that a newly born could have. Every infant is born with their immune system, but after birth, it takes some time for the newly developing immune system to become fully functional. In this duration, babies could be extremely susceptible to viral infections, which could induce a cold. There are more than 200 types of viruses that can cause a cold. Fortunately, most of the colds help with the activation of the immune system. Also, their first sickness could be scary for parents. Normally, the common cold are not harmful, but they can rapidly turn into other diseases like pneumonia or croup. Any illness in a baby, which is 2 or 3 months old, could be a cause for concern for their pediatricians. Particularly if they are running a high fever. How do you find out? What if it was your child is suffering? So, let's start with the most common disease. Coryza. So, you are wondering, I did not even hear about this disease before. Well, it's nothing but a common cold you may have. Perhaps in last winter. There are also different scientific names, like nasopharyngitis or rhinopharyngitis. No, we did not forget your cute baby. In the period of the first 2 years, they may get infected by common cold 8 to 10 times. But don't worry, colds are not dangerous. However, this disease might turn into another disease like pneumonia or croup. So be careful, especially when your baby is only 2 or 3 months old. Call baby's pediatrician if they have a fever. A small baby is not going to tell you that he is suffering from a cold or with another illness. So you can find out with the help of symptoms. Fussiness. Baby children often cry due to fussiness, but in normal cases, fussiness does not happen every time. So be sure your lovely kid isn't crying as they do in routine. Fever. Rise in body temperature is the clear symptoms that your baby's immune system is at war against the germ. Moderate fever is common when your baby has coryza. I mean the common cold. Sneezing. Newborns sneeze a lot, but not because they are sick. Sneezing is a healthy thing, but if they are sneezing more than normal, then the chances are good they are sick because of food. Difficulty breastfeeding. Hey, is your little sweetie starting to bother you while taking the feed? Maybe they are facing some problems. One of the clearest symptoms is your baby's face difficulty in taking food due to nasal congestion. Consult your doctor if you wanna grow her healthy. Trouble in falling asleep. Due to fever and fussiness, the baby could not sleep, nor could you. It's obvious to call the doc for a checkup. Coughing. Baby cough can mean many different things, and it's not easy as if you ask your baby what is wrong with him. When the baby is coughing, notice carefully. If the baby is coughing dry, it would be due to cold or allergies. If coughing is wet, that means your baby's health is in danger. Reduced appetite. It's another common symptom, and is often linked with acute illness. However, this may not be the case. Baby's appetite varies with time. Sometimes cold may cause nasal congestion. That's when your baby troubling with food and sleep. Please go ahead for doctor help. Eat the proper diet and sleep play the most vital role in early growth. Jaundice. Jaundice, yellowing of the skin and eyes, in newborns is very common, and affects the majority of babies. In some babies, jaundice goes away on its own, and other babies require treatment in the hospital. You should see your baby's health care provider if your baby appears more jaundiced, is not feeding well, or is showing signs of dehydration, such as fewer wet diapers. Skin problems. Skin allergic diseases like diaper rash and cradle cap, both are common skin conditions a newly born often faces. The diaper rash occurs because of wearing a wet diaper. For prevention purposes, good diaper cream with frequent changing of the diaper is recommended. Where the cradle cap is concerned, it could be due to excess production of oil. You can use a shampoo to wash the oily area. If this does not seem to resolve in months, call your doctor. Ear infections. This is common in babies. Due to an ear infection, the baby tried to tug at his infected ear. It could cause fussiness. The viral infection becomes less effective within a few days, while the bacterial infections go longer. Even bacterial ear infection, it can lead to loss of hearing. Oral thrush. As the name reveals itself, it happens in the mouth of babies. Because of oral thrush, white lesions start happening on the inner cheeks and tongue. This is a serious disease. On baby's checkup, the doctor may recommend antifungal medication for your baby. Respiratory distress. Sometimes after birth, when you look at your newly born little baby's skin, you found it bluish. This happens due to a lack of oxygen. Baby takes some time to breathe normally. Once the baby learns to breathe, then the bluish color changes into normal skin color. But if the baby still persists bluish color, with wheezing and grunting, don't delay to visit the hospital. Birth injuries. During the birth process, sometimes the baby has to face the pain of physical injury. Doctors call it birth injury or birth trauma. It happens due to the forceps while getting the baby out from the birth canal. Normally after successful delivery, the babies have swelling on their scalp. But don't worry, baby recovers faster than adult humans. As you see, I know everything, but I will start taking care of my child from the first day of pregnancy. Because before delivery, the baby's health depends on the mother's health. I suggest you watch the video, Sickness That Happens to Pregnant Women.